Hi, I'm Allison and welcome to my channel where we will be taking a closer look at learning differences. Today's topic is dyslexia. So what is dyslexia? Well, dyslexia is a struggle to connect words with sounds, but it does not affect general intelligence. This is really important to note because it is often assumed that those with dyslexia have a lack in general intelligence. When we read, our brains match letters on the page to sounds, and those with dyslexia simply have a hard time doing so, and consequently everything else that follows becomes a challenge as well. The history of dyslexia. Adolf Kussmaul, an 1878 German neurologist, had a special interest in adults with reading problems who also had neurological impairment. He noticed that several of his patients could not read properly and regularly used words in the wrong order, which he later called word blindness. For years, many people thought that dyslexia was caused by visual problems. In 1887, a German ophthalmologist, Rudolf Berlin, was the first to use the word dyslexia in place of the term word blindness. He discovered that patients had no issues with their vision, so the difficulty had to stem from something deeper. There was lots of speculation that dyslexia was caused by visual processing deficiencies, which are actually two different conditions. Dyslexia, as we know, is the struggle to connect letters to sounds, whereas a visual processing deficiency is the struggle to understand visual information, whether it be letters, shapes, or objects. The two are very similar, and those with visual processing difficulties are often wrongly diagnosed with dyslexia, but the conditions are not caused by one or the other. The first case of developmental dyslexia was later reported by Pringle Morgan on November 7, 1896. He too had thought that dyslexia was caused by a visual processing difficulty. The condition has since been found to stem from differences in the language processing area of the brain. Imaging scans in people with dyslexia have shown that areas of the brain that should be active when a person reads do not work properly. In my research for this video, I came across an article that showed what it's like to read with dyslexia. Obviously, I wasn't sure if this was actually accurate because I don't have dyslexia, but my brother has dyslexia, and so I took a voice memo of his reaction to the article, and I thought that would be valuable when determining whether or not it's accurate.
They just move around.
And sometimes they what? What did you say that they do?
Sometimes you just the words almost disappear too.
What do you mean by that? Because someone
you'll be reading and then you'll just skip over many words and it just for some reason you don't even remember skipping over those words.
So you're aware that the words are there, but just for
some reason I skip over them.
The symptoms of the condition include difficulty learning new words, delayed initial speech, difficulty with rhyming words, confusing letters for each other, poor reading fluency, grammar issues, poor sentence structure, lack of phonemic awareness, avoidance of reading aloud, and difficulty copying words from a secondary source. Some other more subtle signs of dyslexia may include withdrawal from peers, depression, misbehavior or acting out, self-esteem issues, peer and sibling relationship difficulties, loss of interest in school, and appearing unmotivated or lazy. How to help? Well, for starters, the condition can be inherited. So if a child is showing symptoms of dyslexia and they already have a diagnosed relative that they could have inherited it from, they should be tested. On top of this, dyslexia cannot be outgrown, so it is very important that those experiencing symptoms are treated as soon as possible. With that, we have finished our discussion on dyslexia. I really hope that this helped with your understanding of the condition, and next time we will be talking about auditory processing disorder. Thank you!